Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim, and this is the Saturday Morning Circus. And I went deep into the vault of clown movies and pulled out a classic from the late 90s. It's called The Clown at Midnight. This was in 1998. It's an hour and 32 minutes. It actually has a 4.3 star rating on IMDb. This was written by Kenneth J. Hall and directed by Jean Pellerin. Stars Christopher Plummer, Margot Kidder, and Sarah Lazzez, James Duval, Tatiana Ali, Melissa Gallianos, and Ryan Biddle. Those are probably the more notable, semi-recognizable characters. So this story is about 7 teenagers that are stalked by a murderous clown while refurbishing an old opera house. And for a more extensive storyline, after Kate's friend Monica invites her to help clean up an old opera house where her mother was killed in a play she starred in, she is skeptical. But when the doors suddenly get locked from the outside, she has good reason to be. Tubi is also where I watched this, because it's on Tubi. She starts having visions of her dead mother getting killed down in the basement, and everyone starts to see a mysterious clown. When people start dying, they decide that they have to get out quick. When the clock hits 12, someone wants her to be in his final scene. So the opening of the movie, for me personally, and this was a rewatch from a while ago, but it was a rewatch. The opening scene gives me a very 70s vibe, like a 70s, early 80s movie vibe. And that's where we get the death of the mother that storyline just gave away. Then when we, after the opening credits, which is where that whole murderous scene takes place, there's montage of all the activity at the opera house when it was kind of an active opera house before that murder. We meet the cast of the youths, and we have Margot Kidder, who it's great to see her, in a movie. So this was in 98, so she was, at the tail end of her movie career. And then you see this cast, and I forget about this until you watch it. It is a late 90s group of 7, all the different stereotype, the jock, the gay guy, the preppy, the black guy. There's like all the things, all the classic positions are filled. They are definitely in the vein of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Valentine, Urban Legend, Scream to an extent. I mean, even in the movie poster, it's very that Scream look. The only thing with this movie is that these actors and actresses just don't have the likability, they don't have the acting prowess to pull off the movie well enough for you to care. You don't get invested in it. The bankability on the movie is with Christopher Plummer and Margot Kidder, and they one of the two play such a small part in the larger picture of things than the other one. But it's the cliche classic, there's trouble afoot and they don't know, and then, somebody goes missing, and then you've got the personality types conflicting with each other, and then you've got the hookup scene, which they actually do. They do have a sex scene, and you would think they would know the rules, right? There's rules. So the backstory gets revealed to everybody at the theater, opera house, and they find the room that the mother had been murdered in, and there's still wet blood on the floor. The girl, the daughter, Kate, I guess is her name. She does keep having the visions. And then there's a lot of red herrings. Like that's the thing that they try to do in this movie as well. Which is kind of like what they do with Scream. You don't know who the killer is until the killer takes the mask off, so to speak. So I'm not going to spoil the movie for those of you who haven't seen it. If you like urban legend, Scream, I know what you did last summer, Fatal Attraction? No, Final Destination. Those types of teen movies. You may like this. For me, I just think that these actors and actresses were cast for the look. They definitely look like they could have been in any of those movies, but they wouldn't have been the leads. So it's like these B or C choice. If they had all gone to audition for Scream, they would have not gotten a call back, but then A Clown at Midnight said, "Oh, we'll take you." And so they all went, and they were drawing straws out of a hat which character they would get to play. Christopher Plummer gives a great performance, in my opinion, as well. I'll leave the review on this. Christopher Plummer gives a performance that is ovation worthy. The audience, if they could, would give him a standing ovation, for sure. So I'll leave it on that. If you've seen the movie, if you know, you know. If you haven't seen the movie, maybe just zip through, watch the first 10 minutes and then watch the last 10 minutes, and you're good to go. Only 20 minutes out of your day. And that's going to do it for Saturday Morning Circus. Stay tuned to the channel. Be subscribed. Hit the bell. Share, like, and all that stuff. And aren't clowns fun? Don't they make you laugh?